My planning cards are on 4x6 index cards, and I kind of tried to fit as much as I can into one card to condense the stack down. So this is the revised stack that I personally went through. This first card is for my home page, and it lists in order the things I want to put on the slide. So the title will be Hablando en Español Conversacional, or Conversational Spanish. And then the first thing I want to have on the homepage is an intro video. So it'll be a video of me speaking with headings, slides, and titles that display my objectives and overall purpose, and that should take about 2 to 3 minutes. And then I want to have a lesson introduction with an opening heading, talk about what we are going to go over during the lesson and why it's important. Then a heading slide that lists the objectives, and this is all within the video. And that objective will be that after listening to a question, students will be able to select the best response from a given list with 100% accuracy. So this does indicate that the question will be verbal, and the students have to be able to identify and respond to that question that is provided verbally. Then on the back of it, I do want another heading that is instructions. It tells them to follow through the website going left to right with the tabs, complete each activity, and complete each quiz to the specified desired result. And then the main points of that video introduction I want typed underneath for reference, and then sound will be required for the module. So if you come over here, and this is just kind of how I want it to look like. So title, introduction video, the video window, and then the written objectives and instructions beneath, just so that it's there for reference. For the first tab, I want it to be like a list of words. So the first thing I want on there is the instructions. So review the list of words and watch the video, then take notes and review the material. Select a Quizlet review game to play, and then ensure that you're comfortable with the material before taking the assessment. For the list of words, I'm going to use Google Docs, and then we'll review those list of words on card 2.1. For the video, I want to have a video where I'm saying the list of words and the meaning and emphasize pronunciation. That's 2 to 3 minutes long. This way is that the students can recognize the words when they're said aloud, not just giving them a list to read. And then a game, students are going to select a game from Quizlet to review the words, play that until they're comfortable. And an assessment, students will take a SurveyMonkey, and I have figured out a way on SurveyMonkey for the quiz to provide instant results so that they know that they have achieved the desired result. And it's really important for the students to have 100% accuracy to move on, because it ensures that they have the ability to succeed in the next part. If they don't know the words, they're not going to be able to succeed in the next tab. And then here I have a little sketch of how I want it to kind of look. So title, instructions, this list of words, the video window, game link, and then the embedded survey. For the words for module, this is card 2.1. So the words I'll put in, I've just listed several, only in Spanish. I know their English meaning, so when I type them up, I'll insert that. And then I'm going to make sure they're included in each activity, almost all of them in each activity, because they're all significant and they're all very important for the completion of the module. There's really not that many. A lot of these students are already going to know, like hola, adios, hasta luego, hasta pronto. Those are words that even non-Spanish speaking students are very familiar with. And there are some more words here, and these are the terms for the Quizlet survey and video. On this third set of cards, this is my second tab, so the connection tab, connecting the words to why it's actually important, and putting the words into conversation. So the first thing I'm going to have in this tab is the instructions. So they're going to read through the example conversations, take the quiz about conversational word order, watch and answer the questions in the video, and then take another quiz. So the first one will be the Spanish example conversations. It's going to be 1 to 2 examples, and I have those written out on card 3.1. We're on card 3 now, so that in this corner. Conversational quiz, the conversational order quiz, Students are going to rank phrases by the order that they would appear in conversation. That's on card 3.2. Video, it's going to be a narrated conversation, so they can kind of see how people talk in conversation and what that sounds like. I'm going to have embedded questions along the way, and those are on card 3.3. In the quiz, the general directions for that quiz is that students should indicate the best response. There will be several correct responses, but this would be the best response. And then here I'm going to include a video from YouTube that's not made by me. That is also another example of a conversation in Spanish, so they get more practice listening to the words spoken aloud. And this is kind of how I want this to look like. So title first, then instructions, example conversation, kind of in a graphic box. Then the embedded quiz/survey. And this quiz/survey is more formative so that the students know where they are. Then my video, then another embedded quiz, and then an additional YouTube video. Once again, it's very important that the students reach 100% accuracy with the quizzes because they need to have mastery of this material before they can move on to the next unit and be successful. So with 3.1, which is the example conversation, I've written it out here. It's a very short conversation. That's what we're teaching in this unit, so I don't want to leave it too long and get the students confused, but I'm only using the words I'm teaching them in the unit. And then these are the phrases to rank in order. I've chosen a few. I didn't put all of them in because if I put all of them in, it'll get much too confusing. With this is just kind of the initial. So I'll have all these quizzes in a list. And to the right, they'll have to put numbers 1 through 7, or 1 through 9, in order of how these would go. So obviously someone would say hola first, and so on. And then I will narrate the conversation from 3.1, and these are the questions I'm going to ask. So after Jose asks ¿Qué tal?, I'm going to ask what does this equate to in English, and I'll be using Edpuzzle to make this video and quiz. And then for the last quiz of the unit, let's choose the best response. I have several questions here, and I've indicated a little star next to the question. So it's a question with 3 or 4 responses, and then a star next to the correct response. And as I said before, I've figured out a way on SurveyMonkey so that they have immediate results. And then I also have access to the results, and that way they know how they're doing, but I can also analyze those results. And finally, I have the last tab. It's a putting everything together tab. And first off, we'll have instructions. So I'm going to have them watch a recap video, take a quiz reaching 100% accuracy, and then watch a final video and select the best responses for the questions. The recap video recaps all the vocabulary and conversations. So the 2.1 card and the 3.1 card, all the card numbers are indicated in the lower right-hand corner. The first quiz is in a structured conversation format. So the students select a response as if they are participating in the conversation. And that conversation will be on 4.1. And then the final video and assessment, I'm using Edpuzzle. I'm going to record half of a conversation. And after each question I ask, the students must select the appropriate response, and no subtitles will be used for this video. And that conversation will be on 4.2. This is kind of how I want the layout to be. So title first, then instructions, then video recap, quiz, and then final video assessment with Edpuzzle. So for the first quiz, I kind of have 3 questions, not a whole lot, but realistically in this sense it would be someone speaking in a conversation. They would have 3 speaking parts, and then the student is answering those other 3 speaking parts. So a 6-line conversation, essentially. And then for the final assessment on Edpuzzle, I will start off speaking the video, say, hola amigo, ¿qué tal? And then out of a multiple choice, they'll have to select the best response out of the 4 given. And I know what those are in my head. I need to go back and highlight them on the cards, but I do know what they are. And then I have the last line in the video to kind of signal that they've completed that Edpuzzle and the assessment and that they've done well on it. And it is important that this is completed with 100% accuracy because it indicates that they can identify and respond to phrases orally, and that is the objective that I have given.